Hello Libra, and welcome to my channel Green Line Goddess Tarot. This is your weekly reading, and we have stepped into eclipse season. So we have an eclipse, a partial solar eclipse occurring this week, which is the new moon in Scorpio happening on the 25th, give or take a day depending on where you are in the world. This is happening at 2 degrees of Scorpio. Now the interesting thing, we've got the Lovers coming up for you, which is looking at choices that you're making in love. Speaking of which, I was just going to say that your planetary ruler Venus, that rules love, is actually conjunct this new moon. So she's in the uncomfortable state because this new moon is ruled by Mars and Pluto. Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Pluto. So she's like, oh, I'm in this kind of, and it's a dark moon. She's like, I'm in this fairly uncomfortable space. I'm learning a lot about the shadow. I'm learning a lot about control and power and how that works within love and relationships. So she's like in this space, this fairly like shadow transformative space where it's the start of a journey. She's learning a lot and then she can transform some things. So the main situation that's coming in here, and you guys might be feeling this so strongly because Venus rules Libra, as you know. So we have here as the main energy the Lovers card coming in. So yes, love and relationships, big focus, but also about the choices that you made and the consequences of choices that you make within love and relationships. So it's a complex energy. It's not like, oh, this was good and this was bad. It's like, let's just kind of have a look at it. And some choices may have been really great and some of them not so great. And it's just kind of showing you how to work with that. And maybe you've got a pattern of making a choice that has a certain consequence that you're thinking, I want to try and rework that. So that could also be coming in with this as well. So, but, you know, this is in this particular card, they're bringing me, this is a Gemini energy, which is actually, you know, not another air sign. So it's going to have a nice trine with you, nice flow. And they keep showing me the sun. They're saying a certain relationship is being blessed at this moment in time, but it's also a sense of looking at the choices that you're making around that. So yeah, interesting. Let's look at the higher potentials that are coming through for this. And they're saying this could be love and relationships. This could be past relationship, a current relationship, even a future relationship. We're looking at the choices within that. And so it doesn't matter what sort of relationship status you've got at this moment in time. So we've got as the higher potential perspective and self-empowerment. Okay, fantastic. So I think you're going to be gaining some very, very interesting perspective with Venus there in the shadow and the underworld, chatting away to Pluto and Mars and going, okay. And yeah, you're going to gain this very interesting perspective, but it could be empowering, absolutely, and empowering. And it's about your self-empowerment when it comes to the choices that you're making here. So interesting. Let's look at, speaking of the shadow, let's look at what's going on in that shadow world. What's going on? What is Venus learning? What are you going to be learning or working with this week? Okay, we've got the Ace of Wands and the Five of Cups. That's interesting. Because the Ace of Wands is where you've wanted to do something and you've wanted to initiate the action. It's very Aries energy and it's a very Mars ruled, like it's very Mars and Aries, so your opposite sign. And we have the Ace of Wands here, like how do you initiate passion within or initiate what it is that you want within love and relationships, and where has it gone pear-shaped? Like the Five of Cups is like sudden, like it's disappointment or being hurt or being sad. It's just where has it not kind of worked out. So yeah, it's interesting because yeah, it is about that. The Ace of Wands being assertive. That is Zeus. I'm just seeing if there's anything else. Because it's kind of like about what I keep getting is honor your passions, but it's about how you initiate that as well, how you initiate your passion, your feelings, and yeah, also about how you've been hurt in the past around that. So these are some of the things that Venus is working with. You know, she quite literally is working with Mars. So the Mars energy is like, I want to go out and do it. I want to get very, Mars and Scorpio are very passionate, drive. So yeah, but it's next to that Five of Cups. So these are the sort of things, is like pretty much working out how to get what you want from relationships in terms of the passion and all of that. So let's look at what energies could be challenging you to overcome. So let's see, look at the energies that are challenging you to overcome. We've got a few here. So I want to put this down. We've got Star card, Saturn, Uranus, Aquarius, and Pentacle 9, Saturn, Virgo. So a lot of Saturn here, which is about structures and restructuring and working with boundaries within relationship. And especially like the Star card is where you're feeling divinely guided and hopeful, where you can restore some sort of hope for relationships if you've lost hope in the past. And the Pentacle 9, especially for those of you who are single as well, this is really where you can be happy in your own skin, happy with your own skin and how you've been guided throughout relationships. So that's kind of interesting to feel like there's this higher guidance that's guiding you here around just being happy with who you are and where you're at, about setting up some boundaries. That could actually be a challenge that comes through this week. So we have also Sword Prince, Gemini, Chariot, 110, Sun, Sagittarius, and Sword Knight, 9, Venus, Gemini. A lot of Gemini energy coming in for you. And yeah, the Sword Prince is finding solutions, new ideas about where something is kind of it's where an energy is over or ended. You're at the end of the resource. You're at the end of the cycle with someone. And it doesn't have to be the end of a relationship, but it just means it's the end of something, and it's kind of about releasing this from your mind, letting it go and going, okay, I'm moving on from this. There's an ending of a cycle because this new moon's also a South Node new moon. The South Node is where there's karmic endings, where we're releasing things that we've already learned and connecting you to your gifts. So I feel like there's this sense of a challenge around finding solutions or new ideas about how to kind of end something here within the cycle of an existing relationship. Or if you do, the 110 is where you've gone, I've just got no more energy to put into that aspect of the relationship or put into relationships in general. So it's just, that could be a challenge to find the solution, to be able to release some stress and anxiety that comes in around just naturally knowing when something has ended and energy has ended or shifted within a relationship. So that's coming in as a challenge, but challenges always can't present as something that you can overcome, especially with this energy being ruled by the planet of Pluto, the planet of transformation. So anything that poses as a challenge is something that you can really kind of rise above and overcome here. So the things that are actually helping you, interestingly, the energies that's supporting you and helping you kind of move through this energy is the Devil energy, Saturn, Capricorn, Mars. Now, you wouldn't normally think of the Devil as being helpful, but it is a Mars-ruled energy again. So Mars is exalted in Capricorn. So it's about connecting to that Martian energy of initiating, being very assertive, connecting to your passions. And the Devil is like a shadow energy of that. What is it that's deep down underneath that you've really wanted but haven't, whatever reason, voiced that or asserted that or even allowed yourself to know that or think that? And that is actually, this energy is actually going to be easier for you to connect into, easier for you to work with, and easier for you to empower yourself with, which is actually really fantastic. The Capricorn energy can be around rebuilding and new ambitions arising. So, interesting. So they're also bringing me back to the fact that, yes, this has got a lot to do with relationships, but it's also got to do with resources and money as well. So, it's getting ambitious again and getting empowered, which is a lovely energy to come through with it, Libra. So let's pull a fairy card. This one just kind of wanted to come out before I even shuffled the card, the fairy godmother. And my goodness, she has been coming around into the readings. I'm loving the fact she's coming out this week. She's sprinkling her little magic fairy dust around and just little small miracles can happen. Things can magically work out. And it's like, how did that happen? I didn't even have to do anything. So it feels like there's just somebody has got your back. There's an energy that's got your back. There's a guide looking out for you, or someone around that's really looking out for you. This could be somebody that's passed, that is kind of, or a spirit guide, but whatever it is, an angel, or this could be somebody in your life, but there's a little fairy godmother energy around you that just when something feels like it's kind of, going down the wrong path or heading in the wrong direction, or perhaps you just needed to meet this person at this time. It brings in little synchronicities, and it kind of magically sorts things out and puts you on the right path and makes things easier. So yeah, fantastic energy to come through. Let's pull an animal spirit energy and see what you're working with this week to finish this off. So let's see. Animal. Oh, I love it. Dolphin. Beautiful. Absolutely love dolphin, because dolphin is all about playfulness, bliss, joy. Absolutely beautiful. It's the element of water. This is Scorpio is a water sign, so it's a deep water sign. Things run deep. There's deep psychology attached to it. So things are kind of running deep, but they're saying to work with the dolphin, to connect to joy, connect to your playfulness, connect to your bliss. So that's a beautiful energy to come through as well. So, and what's important to you? What feels good for you? And so I just get this lovely sense of this is where you can rise up from some of that kind of more intense, heavier shadow energy that's around. So yeah, beautiful, the dolphin. Even going in water or going for a swim or having a shower or bath could be something that could help kind of just flow and cleanse some of this energy through as well, and connect you to the higher potentials, to this beautiful star energy that wants to restore hope and to feel really guided. So it's a beautiful energy to come through with this dolphin energy. And so part of it is about surrendering, letting go of control, and listening to some of those little synchronicities and beautiful higher vibrational energies that are coming through that are guiding you this week as well. So yeah, there's a lot there's a lot in this, but that's it, Libra. And ultimately it's about transforming your choices that you're making in relationships, and this is the start of the journey. So this is something that the universe is very divinely guiding you towards, and you can work with some stuff to transform that shadow side as well. So it's beautiful energy to come through. So that's it, Libra. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to hear your comments. And if you're interested in any of my services, the link for that is in the description box below. That includes tarot, readings, healings, gift certificates, a 2023 overview. It's all there. So if you want to check it out. And yeah, take care, Libra, and look forward to seeing you next time.